Well, the First Amendment is written to limit the government's conduct, but it does not apply to your personal behavior. So Tom Sinas joining us today to break down the amendment and how it affects our everyday life. And this is fitting because Constitution Day is fast approaching.
That's right. Next Tuesday is Constitution Day. So why not start with the First Amendment to the Constitution, the one that everyone likes to talk about, the one that preserves our right to free speech and free exercise of religion. So let's talk about speech today. So one of the things that I think is easy to forget about amendments to the Constitution is who do they apply to? Generally speaking, they apply to the government. The whole point of the amendments to the Constitution was to limit the power of government and to keep power vested in individual people. And that couldn't be more true than in the First Amendment. And it says this: Congress shall make no law abridging the freedom of speech or the press or the right of the people to peaceably assemble and to petition the government for the redress of grievances. Well, that says Congress. You're not Congress, right? So suppose I go to your house and you tell me that there's something that you don't want me to talk about in your house. Are you infringing on my right to free speech? Well, maybe, but you're not the government. You have that right. So over time, this has been interpreted to apply to not just Congress in Washington, but all levels of government, state and local as well. Some people think, well, it's a free country. I can say whatever I want. Right? I can do whatever I want. I can say whatever I want. I have the First Amendment right. Not so true, right? All the way back in 1919, the United States Supreme Court decided a case that established this concept that if someone is engaging in speech that creates this now famous phrase, clear and present danger. If you're engaging in speech that creates the risk of clear and present danger, then you can't do that.
Perfect example?
Fire in a movie theater.
Yelling fire in a movie theater. People are going to run out, dark, people are going to get injured.
Exactly. Can't do that. You can limit that. It's one of the examples of the limits. And of course, there are other limits on speech. A city, for example, can say no one can have a protest after 10 o'clock at night. As long as it applies equally to everyone, that's what we call content neutral. As long as it's not picking on you or picking on me.
We're not picking on your cause, we're picking on the time of day. Hey, it's too late at night, for example, different reasons why we're saying no to it.
That's right.
Not what you're saying.
And we talked before, a few months ago, about laws like libel and slander that would permit, say, you to sue me if I said something about you. Yes, even though I have a right to speak my mind, you still may have a right to seek a legal recourse against me. National security. It's another way that the government is allowed to limit the right of people to speak. So I thought, you know, it's the time of year, it's the time to celebrate the Constitution. Remember what it says, remember what it doesn't say, and be grateful we have it.
Yeah, for sure about that. All right, Tom, good stuff. Where do people track you down?
They can find us online at www.sinusdramus.com. Give us a call in West Michigan at 616-301-3333, or shoot us an email at info@sinusdramus.com.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, Derek.